comes to the federal Conservative Party, well, they're also in an election, and they're going to have their leader chosen on September 10th. This was a record membership sales as 6 candidates on the ballot, which are Pierre Poilievre, Leslyn Lewis, Jean Charest, Scott Aitchison, Patrick Brown, and Roman Baber. The 6 of them are the final contestants. They are going to be on the ballot. That's going to be mailed out to the members, which are now expected to be somewhere around the 600,000 membership mark. It's the largest in Canadian political history for paid memberships. It costs $15 annually to become a Conservative member to be able to vote in this election cycle. The deadline has passed for the membership sales, which was June 3rd, and now they're in the phase of essentially, going through the data analysis. Now, in the first half of the campaign prior to June 3rd, well, the priority was for the team that's on the ground to sell memberships. And now that with the team that's going to be front and center is the team that's going to be doing data management in terms of getting that final list from the party to be able to go through it, to make sure that the members they signed up are still on the list, to be able to object to any other members that are on the list from the other campaigns. And this is something that they'd raise to the party headquarters, but also a lot of research has to go into place and a lot of modeling to see where each candidate could be positioned in terms of, if they're not first on the ballot that's going to be sent to the members is a ranked ballot. They have 6 options. They get to choose on the ranking of 1st to 6th who they prefer to be leader of the Conservative Party. They could just choose one, or they could mark all 6 in the order of preference. And that's why modeling is so important when it comes to these campaigns, to understand strategically where their candidate sits in terms of the ranking, and by looking at that membership list to see really how accurate are the numbers that are being projected. Mayor Patrick Brown, he was the first to put out a statement saying that his campaign team has sold over 150,000 memberships. Pierre Poilievre's campaign put out a statement saying that they sold over 311,000 memberships, which is more than double Patrick Brown's numbers for membership. And Jean Charest put out a statement saying they've sold tens of thousands of memberships. So we'll see where that sits, as the last leadership election in 2020 had about 265,000 memberships. So this is, you're looking at more than double the number of members that who have joined the Conservative Party. Now, it is up to the Conservative Party headquarters and their staff to go through all the memberships that have been submitted to ensure that the rules are met, which is the criteria. You have to be 14 years and older to become a member. You have to be a resident in Canada and a resident in those ridings where they have registered. And a payment process is not cash, but it is credit card or debit. And as they go through that, well, then it's off to the races in terms of, now it's about communications, their messaging of each candidate, what they want to do with their vision for Canada, and to be able to speak directly to the Conservative membership. So essentially communications, and of course the data analysis, and to make sure that they're calling. Imagine a campaign trying to call 600,000 members in a very short period of time to ask for support and to try to figure out where their candidate sits on the rank ballot is what they will be going through so far. Essentially, the party president has said that Rob Batterson has said that they are not right now. They have not released the final numbers, but their team is on the ground going through it. And if there are any challenges, that's something that they'll take up with the party after the official list has been announced. But they do see that the final membership list will be released no later than July 29th, as in July. Late July and early August is when the ballots have to go out to the members and to their home address that are registered, and that's their chance to be able to vote and return back their ranked ballot in time for the September 10th leadership election. So it's lots of changes. And given to that, well, it seems that the 2 official debates that were held by the party in the month of May, they've come to a complete. One was in English, the other one was in French. And now they're looking at, and there was an unofficial debate that was first held by the Canada Strong and Free Network and that was at a convention in Ottawa that was unofficial, where 5 of the 6 leadership candidates were on stage, except Patrick Brown, who said he's busy with other commitments and doing his membership sales. But the other 2 official debates that were held, one in English and one in French, well, all 6 candidates were there. Now, 5 of the 6 candidates are asking for a third debate, saying that they would like the chance to partake in one that's being held by the party officials. It has yet to be decided if there'll be a third one, but right now we do the best time to have a debate, because now membership drive is over and essentially they're going to be directly speaking to the almost 600,000 members to sway voters. So if you can imagine somebody who signed up perhaps in April for a membership for a campaign, well, they have till the end of August, sometime in August, to be able to vote, and that's a lot of months. And listening to a debate where the leaders can talk about their vision for Canada, their vision for the Conservative Party. Essentially, Conservative Party is also going through their own rebranding after losing 3 elections in 2015, 2019, and 2021, all losing to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in all those 3 elections with 3 different leaders. It is a sense that the party needs to find its own brand that's going to resonate with the voters, although in the last 2 elections the party did get more votes than the Liberal Party, but when it comes to the ridings and the way it's calculated, it was not successful in winning the number of seats it requires to form government. And out of the 5 leadership contestants, well, Quebec Premier Jean Charest tweeted his support for a third official debate, saying, this is his tweet, saying, "I welcome the opportunity for another CPC LDR debate," which is Conservative Party of Canada leadership debate. "On policy ideas, every candidate should welcome the chance to engage further with our members," is Jean Charest's tweet. And Roman Baber, who was an MP, first elected as an MPP in Doug Ford's government in 2018, and he was kicked out of caucus and essentially did not seek re-election in the past provincial election. He put out onto his Twitter saying, "Let's have another debate. Canadians need to hear from us, but no Tom Clark this time." And Tom Clark was the journalist who moderated the debate last time, the English debate. And Patrick Brown, Mayor of Brampton, he tweeted saying, "I welcome and look forward to a third Conservative leadership debate. We need and the membership deserve a robust, transparent airing of policy positions and the various visions of the party's future in making up their minds on who best to lead us going forward." He also wrote, "Thousands of Canadians across the country have joined our party, and for the first time, many of them don't know their leadership candidates so well," is what Acheson wrote, Scott Acheson, so that's the other candidate. And he wrote, "So it'll be great to have a third debate on policy where we can talk about ideas that not only these new members of our party, but millions of Canadians across the country can hear." Scott Acheson is seen to be the voice of reason on the debate stage as he talks about unity and not divisive politics. And he says, you know what, the viewers are not all Conservative members, and these are Canadians who could potentially vote for us in the next election. We're a big tent party, and let's show unity. And that's why he says it's important for them to get to know their leadership candidates, and him being one of them. And when it comes to Leslyn Lewis, this is her second leadership election. She ran in 2020 and lost to Erin O'Toole, who became the party leader. She also sent out a tweet saying, "I'm always open to any debate that involves honest dialogue and isn't just an opportunity for public mudslinging," she wrote on her social media Twitter account. And the only other candidate out of the 6 who did not respond was Pierre Poilievre. He's considered to be the front runner of this election, and so he's not asking for a third debate. And maybe he's taking a cue from Premier Doug Ford, who had been leading in the polls before the election campaign and when the writ dropped, and all throughout the writ and the election campaign. He ran a different type of campaign as he was in the lead, and lo and behold, he won even a bigger majority than his 2018, going from 76 seats to 83 seats. So that's very significant, and maybe Pierre Poilievre's campaign is taking a cue from that election win, saying if you're ahead, then why speak unnecessarily and have to, put out more of anything out there. Just do what you're doing. It seems to be working. Why change something that's not broken? So perhaps that's the consensus. But that's what's happening so far in the leadership election. This also comes on the heels of two of the MPs, Dan Muse and Kyle Seaback, both Conservative MPs who were previously supporting Patrick Brown, have now positioned themselves, dropped support for Mayor Patrick Brown's leadership, but now have joined Pierre Poilievre's after the announcement of his massive sale records for membership. So we'll see the final numbers and more to come on this, as we're going to cover all of this on Y Media Political Sensex. I'm your host, Ramona Singh.